The A6 Ultra really does. I recently began researching the Godin A6 Ultra Baritone. And after a little bit of research, I decided to go ahead and pull the trigger and buy one. I actually got this one direct from the Godin Guitars website, shipped from Canada to the US, got here pretty quick. The shipping was fine, the guitar arrived in great condition, but as you'll see, this guitar has an active EQ circuit, and it arrived with a dead battery installed. This made me really suspicious about the guitar initially, like, why are they shipping me a guitar with a dead battery? Has it been sitting in a warehouse for 100 million years? What's the deal? So it's all good. It's all well. I put in a fresh battery. Everything works great, but it gave me pause a little bit. But on to more fun things. The A6 Ultra is what I like to call a hybrid guitar. It's got a hollowish body, and it's got some acoustic style appointments, like this acoustic style bridge, for example. It also has a slightly wider neck than you would typically find on an electric guitar that gives kind of an acoustic vibe. As a matter of fact, it's really easy just to play, acoustically. And it feels like you're playing an acoustic guitar, but as you can hear, it doesn't sound like a great acoustic guitar. The scale length is 27.7 inches, which is not terribly long for a baritone, but it's a scale length that I really like. All of my PRS baritones have the same scale length. It's a really nice balance between playing comfort and enough tension on the strings to down tune where you're going to want it to be in a baritone. This guitar has two pickups. The first is a neck humbucker pickup, so it's standard mini humbucker. Gives you an electric sound, right? The second is a transducer pickup that sits underneath the bridge, and I assume it is or is like a piezo style pickup. And the guitar, as I mentioned earlier, has active electronics. So there's a full set of controls, both volume and tone controls for each pickup. So you've got a lot of flexibility for blending tones. Let's start with some transducer piezo style sounds. Here we go. As you can hear, it's got that piezo kind of sound. I like to call it a rubber bandy kind of sound. Let's go ahead and fool around with some tone controls. I'll bring the bass all the way up. Bass all the way down. Mids all the way up. Mids all the way down. Treble all the way up. Treble all the way down. I'm pretty boring, aren't I? Next up is the humbucker. I've got the controls just about in the center as far as the tone goes. It's a humbucker-y sound, isn't it? Let's go ahead and bring the treble all the way up. Treble all the way down. bass, all the way up. Bass, all the way down. So as you can hear, on both the piezo and the humbucker side, the tone controls are pretty responsive. Now, next, let's think about the outputs and the blending. So as you can see, there are two jacks here, which means we can route the humbucker and the piezo into two different signal paths, two amplifiers, amplifier and PA system, or if you're recording like me, two separate channels into your recording software. If you don't want to deal with two cables, you can simply plug into jack number 2 and you will get a blended output that you can route wherever you wish. So let's go ahead and set up for some blended tones. I've got both pickups on. I've got the tone controls pretty much in the middle. Here we go. As you can hear, it's kind of interesting. You get different tonalities out of each side. I've got them panned hard left and right. And yeah, it's the opportunity for blending tones is pretty cool. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. What about distortion? Well, let's try a little bit of Marshall amp modeling and see what we get. It is a humbucker sound. I wouldn't say that you're going to want to shred with this guitar, but you know, for bluesy types of things, I could see it working pretty well. So this is an ambient guitar channel. What would a demo be without a little bit of delay, chorus, and a little bit of reverb? Here we go. So in the final analysis, the A6 Ultra really does succeed in being a good blend, a good hybrid between electric and acoustic. It's best not to think of this as a full-on acoustic guitar or a full-on electric guitar, but to think about it for what it is, and that is the blend of characteristics of both of those styles of instruments. This will allow you, I think, to really kind of approach the instrument with some different ideas in mind about how to generate both a tone that's really cool and how you might want to phrase melody lines or play chords on the guitar. And as an example, I've got a video right here of me using this guitar with an EBow. Check it out. I'll see you over on that video.